มันมันมี Minecraft เวอร์ชันใหม่ชื่อว่า 25W36 B หรือ36A ก็ได้งั้นตรงนี้คือกล้องที่เราถ่ายแต่อ๋อแมปอะไรอ่ะแมปอะไรออกัส29 Copper Copper Age The Copper Age อืม Copper Age ใช่ออกัสงั้นไปที่3ไปที่เวอร์ชันนั้นกันฟิลเตอร์ทำแบบนี้เปลี่ยนอันนี้เป็น25 W36A ถึง
Chippy top of the morning to you, laddies. It's me, Copper Gullibles here. Welcome back. Oh my god, we've got a banger. Today, 53 or more bug fixes. And oh man, the changes we've been waiting for, grammatical fixes galore. Typo. I don't have alliteration to put here. Typo upgrades, mama, they've done it. The game is more spelled and grammatical than ever before. Dude, it's so, yeah, okay. Snooze Fest aside, we actually do have some real juicy changes to take a look at today. Annihilate that like button and subscribe. We're about to enter Minecraft Live season, and you're not going to want to miss it. Oh my god, we've done it. So, I've been crusading this little cause for the past couple of weeks. And, oh my gosh, I'm smiling so big right now. I'm so happy that Mojang has actually done it. We did it, guys. So, over the course of a couple of different shorts, I pointed out how the old Copper Torch tone, oh dude, it's so different. The old Copper Torch tone, it was pretty much indistinguishable. Well, indistinguishable, that is, if you have trouble distinguishing your reds and greens. If you had some forms of color blindness, you couldn't tell a difference. And so now look, I'm not colorblind, so I can't judge for sure, but all that I can say is, oh my gosh, this new torch. Dude, that's so minty. It's so beautiful. It's great. And they changed the tone inside of the copper lantern as well. We are still missing copper campfire, copper fire, sure, whatever. But the green tone is way more minty, guys. We start a simple petition. We try and spread some awareness, and the devs, they hear us. Oh, mama, I am just so happy today. I'm so grateful that they made this shape. Ah, yes, the Woodland Mansion. Over inside of the Woodland Mansion, you will be able to find an evoker sometimes, and previously, even sometimes, including peaceful difficulty. Yeah, so for a couple of snapshots now, evokers would ignore the fact that they were definitely not meant to spawn on peaceful, and would just go ahead and spawn straight up anyways. It's an interesting little bug. As always, bugs do get me thinking and wondering, but it's been squashed and smoothed out. They stepped on it. Evokers will no longer spawn in peaceful. What in the heck is going on here? I've never seen that. Oh, I see. That's what's happening. In other big news, the Copper Collector. This is a big event that has been running this past weekend, and by the time you watch this video, it very well may be over. Hopefully we won, maybe we lost. So the Copper Collector was this little community challenge thing that only Bedrock Edition would get a prize this time. If you always wanted to wear a copper chest on your player head, well, you would have been able to do it if we win. We had 4 days to mine 50 million blocks of copper ore. Intriguingly, Mojang seems to be misleading us with this one a little bit because they give us a pro tip about copper ore. Copper ore specifically, the Dripstone Caves and the Trial Chambers. However, that's funny because in the Trial Chambers, there it will be. Unless you happen to find ores generating next to it or something, there will be a total of 0 copper ore blocks, so that is completely useless for completing this challenge. I really do wish there was something that they could unlock for Java, though. Maybe it's time for a different cosmetic item, kind of like capes, but like, I don't know, hats? Oh, now a big theme of this week's snapshot has to do with the world border, because as of this week, the world border can be set individually from dimension to dimension. So that means, let's say I wanted to set my world border here in the overworld to be 500 blocks wide. But then, meanwhile, here in the Nether, maybe I wanted something a little bit smaller, like let's say 50 blocks. Well, I could run the simple command in the Nether, set it to 50 blocks, then go back over to the overworld, and because I was not in this dimension when I was running that command, the world border is therefore unaffected. You can see, like pretty far off in the distance there, the world border is still 500 blocks away from wherever I was when I ran that command. Just to show off that it does persist, sliding back into the Nether, and here we go, our world border of 50 blocks. This is a nice change. I don't know if I'll use it, but I love how intuitive they made it. Like, it's so easy to use and understand how it all works. And of course, all of this jazz will work with the end as well. Now, speaking of the end, this week, the end storm that will happen inside of this thing, it's been changed yet again. So here we are on the weirdest central end island that I think I've ever seen. If I hang out and linger around here for a little bit of time, we can see that the end is lighting up, like it's getting a little bit more pink here, but I won't be able to see the flash happening in the sky. The reason behind that one is, of course, when the Ender Dragon is living, as I'm sure you all know, well, there's a dense fog that will cover the central end island. This fog will only disappear once the Ender Dragon has fully despawned from your world. So, if I go ahead and get rid of this thing and then watch the sky real quick here, as soon as it pops away, the sky brightens and opens up. And then, once the sky has brightened and opened up, I will actually be able to see the flashes happening in the sky whenever they decide to happen in the sky any minute now. Oh, yeah, there we go. We got a big flash. We can hear the boom as well, and the pinkness all over the end. That still happens too. This week around, surprisingly, we've actually got a big armor trim update when it has to do with copper trim and the copper armor. Previously, because copper armor didn't exist before, when you trimmed copper armor with copper, well, the copper trimming didn't actually get any darker. Now, check this out. The copper trim on the copper armor, man, dude, this stuff is dark. It's like a dark brown going on the copper armor. That's a brand new armor trim color. Hold on a minute. Can I just... Nah, that didn't work like that. Dark. What about this? Pick it up. You pick it up, dude. No. Oh my God, guys, they're gonna make me cry. This is crazy. So we have some copper statues here. I will pose them all and have them do like a different, cool, exciting thing. Then I will walk up to the copper statue with my pickaxe and maybe it's jumping and oh my God, they did it. They actually made the copper statue. You could preserve them in whatever pose. Now, unfortunately, tragically, they nerfed the running pose. They made the head less crooked. I loved it crooked. Put it back. But I guess you win some, you lose some. Now check this out, because items are absolutely ginormous inside of this table here, the shelf. When you put these poses in here, like, they look really, really good. You could probably tell a story or something with them like this. Why did they have to make the walking one less tilted, though, man? I loved the tilted animation look. It was cool. And the body's still curved. What the heck? I've been waiting for this for weeks on weeks now over here on Java. I love it, that we can actually take these things and keep them in whatever pose they were in. Copper bar. They did it. Kind. The copper bar has had the slightest texture update of all time this week. If we take a look at this texture right here, the
Okay.
pixels are smooth.
Alright,
This stems
mate.
from an interesting bug
So,
report that popped up.
some
This
milk,
happened immediately. As
I
soon as the sub was added to the game, you can see all of the red circles showing off the weird pixel in the copper bar texture. Placing some of these bars down, we can now see that, wait a second, that's really weird. The weird pixel, is still kind of here.
No.
Now, the big honker of this week's snapshot is our little new friend over here. Didn't want to cooperate earlier, but now that he's the star of the show, of course he wants to cooperate. Our little friend right here is a fully interactable and actually posable new friend that you can summon into your world called the Mannequin. It's an NPC. If I interact with it, nothing is happening. If I smack it with a pickaxe, yeah, I'm dealing damage, and I can continue to deal damage to this NPC until it's gone. This is very, very intriguing. So for starters here, if you want to get a mannequin into the world, you will use the /summon command, mannequin. Once you go ahead and do that, you'll get an NPC that is summoned into your world. I believe by default, every time, it's going to be Steven. As you can see here above its head, we have mannequin NPC. Now this all gets to be technical jazz. We can change the mannequin with a namespace ID. Now, I'm not the most knowledgeable with this technical type of stuff, so I'm going to be messing around with this in between weeks. I'm going to figure it out a little bit more, and this time next week in the snapshot video, I'll be able to show it off a little bit more. But long story short here, there are a bunch of data fields, so you can show off different capes, you can show off different player skins and profiles, different textures, the elytra, the model, and everything. This is meant to be used for showing off things and just testing different entity-related displaying things. And speaking of displaying things, right at the beginning of the changelog today, we got a little bit of a developer's note about large changes to collecting and drawing black entities and particles. Yet again, this all seems to be like part of the prep for vibrant visuals. The mushroom, the mushroom fields biome. We've got a biome update. So this is a randomized thing. It's definitely not going to happen every single time, but inside of the mushroom fields biome now, from time to time, well, actually, pumpkins will be able to spawn or generate here inside of this biome. Ah, it seems like Mojang 2 is feeling that Halloween cheer and spirit. It doesn't look like it happened here at all, but these pumpkin patches, well, they'll end up looking exactly like plain old normal pumpkin patches do that you already see around your world right now. Is this perhaps a water update hint? Water world. All right, so if we go ahead and create this water world, which is...
Hello, I'm Fubuya, and this is Minecraft Monthly, back from summer break with exciting Minecraft news. Today, we'll be showing a DLC that might make you feel a bit blue, and we'll reveal the name of this year's third game drop for the very first time. We'll be hiding clues to what its name is throughout the show. In fact, this very sentence contains no less than 9 clues as to what it is. I actually asked the developers for an exclusive clue, and they handed me a secret letter. Oh. We revealed so many new features this summer, but what's even in this game drop? We're actually adding more copper. That's right, by popular demand, we're adding British police officers to Minecraft. Are we sure we don't mean the other kind of copper? Oh, that makes a little more sense. In the coming game drop, we're going all in on copper. Expect copper chains, copper torches, copper bars, and copper lanterns. Oh, and copper helmets, copper chest plates, copper leggings, copper boots, and copper horse armor. Lovely. Oh, but also copper swords, copper axes, copper pickaxes, copper hose, and finally, copper shovels. Whew. Ooh. And that's everything copper you'll find in the new game drop. Oh, we're also getting copper nuggets, copper chests, and copper golems. Aw, is the copper golem the cutest mob ever? Well, if you ask me, it's the Phantom. No wonder we didn't have room for British coppers. No offense to any of our British police officer viewers. And that's not even everything you're getting in the new game drop. We'll show you the rest and we'll reveal the game drop name after we talk about the tiny blue wonders that have arrived in Minecraft. The Smurfs are here! Customize and create your own Smurf. Then, test your skills in mini-games, explore the Smurf village, outsmart Gargamel, and rescue the captured Smurfs. And don't forget to check out the Smurf hat and Smurf skin in the dressing room. Now, let's look at some more features coming to Game Drop. New shelf blocks are a superb storage solution. You can even see what they're storing without opening them. That's how we can see that this person is collecting a lot of rotten flesh. Anyway, shelves also let you swap items directly out of your hotbar with ease, so you'll be wielding rotten flesh in no time. Hey, it's the Copper Golem again. How's it going, buddy? You seem to be slowing down a bit. Oh, that's right! When copper golems go through the oxidation process, they'll become statues with 4 different poses. And if you want your golem back in action, simply scrape the patina. There's loads of oxidation in the coming game drop. But what is oxidation, I hear me ask? How is this spelled again? Oh, sorry. Let me explain. Well, oxidizing refers to when a substance reacts to oxygen and forms another substance. So copper golems are oxidizing over time because of the overworld's atmosphere. And lightning rods will do that now too. Basically, it's like they're aging over time. Wait, did we just teach you something? In this show? Feels weird. We've also added a cute interaction between the copper golem and the iron golem. Aw, just look at it. All these features are now locked in with this key. That means they'll all be in the game drop. And if they're not, I'll eat this key. Wait, I don't remember agreeing to that. Anyway, it's finally time for the big reveal. The name of the next game drop. Did you catch all 3,000 clues? Let us know which ones you found down in the comments. Drum roll, please. These drums actually remind me about this one time. I was total.
I'm sorry, but Wu is talking so much. So I will just tell you the drop name. And it is the Copper Age. Copper has been in the game for quite long now, and with this game drop, it has a new value and an added value. It's almost like we discovered how to use it, and this made us think about, the different ages throughout history, and therefore we felt that the Copper Age is a really nice name. With that said, we really hope that you're all gonna enjoy it too.
Thanks, Agnes. You heard it, the Copper Age it is. And speaking of copper, check out Minecraft.net for a copper-related player challenge coming later this week. See you next month!
The End is a silent, empty dimension full of towers, islands, and a dragon circling its main island. But it wasn't always like this. There was a time when this dimension was alive, glowing, and full of hope. This is how the End began. Before the End, before the portals, before the dragon, there was peace. The overworld was ruled by a civilization unlike any other. They weren't greedy, they weren't cruel. They were just a society of builders. They were known as the architects, and they didn't build just for themselves, but for everyone. They even built massive underground prisons. And not out of hate, but order. A place for wrongdoers, locked away safely so the innocent people could sleep at night. And all of this was made possible because of one man, Notch. To his people, he wasn't just a king or commander. He was a giver, a creator. They called him the God of Order. With a swing of his enchanted axe, he could clear forests in seconds. With a flick of his hand, crops would bloom instantly. But more than that, he gave his people purpose. Under his rule, no one went hungry. No one was poor, and anyone who tried to harm that peace was sealed in the deepest layers of the architect's strongholds. The world had never been so balanced, but with time came boredom. The architects have done everything, built everything, solved every problem. There was no more hungry mouths to feed.